Boo, y'all can't even see him. Like, I don't even know how to make you see him. Oh my god. I'm glad that wasn't my drink. I'm glad that was just a speaker. I'm not gonna stop this before I knock my freaking fish tank over. So, one day, let me tell you, boo. One day, I was drunk. I was drinking, you know, and I was making YouTube videos, okay? And I was like, oh god, my fish tank is dirty. I need to fucking clean it out. I tried to pick it up and put it in the, you know, the little bucket. That motherfucker, I tried to get my hand in there and the motherfucker like ran away. Like, and then I forgot that it's like a fighting killer fish, like a vicious fucking demon fish. I didn't know that when I bought it, by the way, that it was a demon. But anyway, it's a fucking vicious killer fish. And I fucking tried to touch it, so I put my hand in the tank like this. And I touched it like that. And I was trying to pick it up, and that motherfucker kept running and running away. So I had to end up pouring. Ew, I just touched fish water. Oh my god, I just touched the fucking fish water. I'm gonna go wash my hands. Boo, talk to the camera. Talk. Talk to me, I'm in here. Boo!
Yeah.
Talk. I gotta wash my hands of the dirty, disgusting fish water that I just fucking touched. Because, goddamn it, that motherfucker shits and pisses in the water, and that's why the water gets dirty. That's why you have to change your fish's water, because it fucking shits and pisses in the water. Justin, my husband is sleeping, and I'm trying to make videos, and he's sleeping. Wake up. Get up and sit over here with me, please. Come over here. I'll give you some medicine. Ibuprofen? Tylenol. Come over here and drink some of this blue shit. This is the blue shit.
Kinky.
It is Kinky that my husband bought. First, Kinky was only in St. Louis. But it came here, I guess, and we bought some, but we never seen the blue kind before. We got it from Savannah at Havershams, which is like the alcohol king of the world. And we're drinking it. Come over here and drink some blue shit. Come on. He won't come. And I don't know what to do because he won't even talk to me anymore. I can talk to my fish, but the only reason you can't hear my fish talking to me is because it's underwater. And it's talking, it's muffled, and you can't hear it, but I can hear it, and I talk to my fish all the time, so that's the only reason you can't hear him. So it kind of sounds like I'm talking to myself, but I'm really not. I'm really talking to the fish. Chloe, she talks, I'm telling you. And my husband sleeps on my freaking Disney Princess futon with all my... You see that back there? My Disney Princess... I told you about my Disney Princess room before and all the Disney Princess stuff that I have. And I have a Disney Princess futon. I can tell you about more Disney Princess stuff. I'm going to tell you about this. This is it. Because this is a watch, okay? This is a watch. It is a Snow White watch. But it has the other princesses on there, Aurora and Cinderella. I do not like Snow White. Snow White is not a fucking friend of mine. I do not like her. I don't know why I don't like Snow White, but I do not like Snow White. I can deal with the rest of them. The rest of them are cool. Aurora is cool. She's Sleeping fucking Beauty. Like, she's the shit. She was targeted by this bitch that fucking hated her because she was prettier than her, and she put her to sleep, and then her Prince Charming woke her up out of her slumber and just said, fuck you, fucking witch, you can fucking die somewhere. And Aurora came up on top, and I like her. Even though she's blonde, I still like her. And Cinderella, I don't really like the Cinderella movie. I like the Cinderella with Brandy in it because it was just like, the music in that movie was outstanding. But Cinderella, the actual story, no, I don't like the Disney animated movie. I don't like it. So my favorite Disney princess is Ariel, which I told you that before. Belle would be my second favorite. I like Mulan. I like Pocahontas. Pocahontas is my shit. Like, Pocahontas has a song called Colors of the Wind, and I fucking love that song. That's a beautiful song. And then she fell in love with John Smith. This is what's funny about fucking Pocahontas. She fell in love with John Smith. She fucking lost him because he got hurt, injured real bad, and he had to end up going back to England. So they took him back to England on a boat. The second Pocahontas movie, she fell in love with this other guy named John Rolfe or some shit, who was like a total dick to her. He was a total dick to her when she first met him, right? But she still ended up falling in love with him because that's how it usually goes. The guy's a dick to you, you hate him, and then you end up fucking marrying him. Story of my life. And then fucking John Smith came back, and he was like, hey bitch, I'm still alive, like, don't you still love me? And she was like, you know, I think I'm gonna go with John Rolfe because he was an asshole, and we like assholes. Pretty girls like assholes, I guess. I don't know, but I don't know. I didn't like the way it ended. I think she should have ended up with John Smith, but then that would have been a typical Disney movie, and people complain all the time about Disney movies and how it's basically 15-year-old girls who fucking only have dreams and aspirations of getting saved by a prince or marrying a prince or whatever. Their whole goals and aspirations in life is to find a man who's a prince and marry him and be with him or whatever. But Pocahontas didn't do that shit. She found John Rolfe. She fell in love with John Rolfe, and it was too late for John Smith. She thought John Smith was fucking dead, and when John Smith came back, it was just like, bitch, too late. You know what I mean? Your shit came back early. If you were alive, that's how I feel too. If you were alive, motherfucker, you knew where I was at, yo. Like, I was in the same place that you left me in. You know what I'm saying? You went out, you wanted to be an adventurer and shit, but you didn't think about the fact that you fell in love with me back then and you didn't come back for me? Like, why the fuck wouldn't you do that? But John Rolfe, guess what? He treats me good and he got money. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the Pocahontas story. So it was different. And even Mulan was a little different. I mean, it was good. Mulan was good. Mulan, eventually the situation was that she fell for a prince. I don't even know if he was a prince. A guy. She fell for a guy who wanted her, and she fell in love with the guy. Whatever. The end of the story, she married a fucking guy. But before she did that, she fucking joined the fucking army, dressed up as a guy, fought a fucking war, and fucking honored her fucking father. She did a lot of shit before she decided, hey, I guess I'm gonna settle down and marry some guy. You know what I mean? Like, all these other girls were just like, oh my god, I'm suffering, I need a prince to come and save me. Or Ariel, oh my god, I saw this guy and he was hot and I am in love with him, let me go and fucking go to the sea witch and fucking turn into a human against my father's will and fucking just marry this guy based on love at first sight. But there's a few of them that the stories didn't go like that. Even Alice in Wonderland. Alice in Wonderland was not like 16 years old. She was like 12 years old. And that was a fucking great story. Especially for those weed smoking days when I used to smoke weed and get really high and watch that shit. And it was just like psychedelic for me. And Alice in Wonderland had a fucking great adventure. And she learned a lesson at the end. And that was a good story. But anyway, I don't even know how I just got on this subject. Probably because my husband wasn't talking to me and I tried to keep the conversation going with my YouTube friends. So, I told him to come and drink some of this blue shit. My husband's tooth hurts, so he's not helping me with this video. So I guess I can show you some more Disney Princess stuff and then talk about it. Oh, I've got this one Disney Princess thing. Or maybe, oh, this one, yes, I do have this one. Hey, honey. Oh, he left. This is fucking, I don't know who this bitch is. I guess she's supposed to be Rapunzel. This is from the movie Tangled. I've never seen the movie Tangled. I want to see the movie Tangled, but I haven't. So I can't really talk about it. I saw Rapunzel, I guess. I know who Rapunzel is. But fucking